Hello, 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 and welcome to Dark Cloud. Do I have a continue file to go into? No, I do not. So let's start a new game. Boom! A book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. A world with two moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe the story woven in the book? Maybe it's a fantasy that only existed in a boy's heart. Let me tell you the story this ancient book tells of a magical and magnificent fairy tale. And the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... We don't have anyone here. So let's just go with this. Boom. Boom. There. Sashin, the boy from Naroon. Gosh, I haven't played this game in so many years. I still remember being a little kid playing this game, but this little run of it is going to be something rather special. What exactly do I mean by minimum dungeon entry? Well, this game, Dark Cloud here, I don't know, if you watched my Dark Cloud 2 run, you'd know how the whole premise works. You have a town, and you go into a dungeon, and when you're in the dungeon, you get pieces to rebuild the town, and when you're in the town, you get stuff to help you delve into the dungeon. So, essentially how you play in a casual run is you do one floor at a time. You go, you get the diorama, you go back into town, build it up, get your supplies, go in for the next floor, in and out, and all that stuff. However, for the most part, there is nothing stopping you from going from one floor straight to the next one. There are a few places that stop you, but for the most part, it is completely fine. Actually, I wonder if I could do an overlay. Let's try to figure that out. Yeah, live, because of course. Well. Alright, So, yes. I could have done this in Dark Cloud 2, or really, there are a lot of other games, so I could have done this as well. But I wanted to specifically do it in... I was going to say specifically do it in Moon Factory. No, specifically wanted to do it in the first Dark Cloud, because this Dark Cloud game had... Well, one, I haven't played it yet, and second, it has a thirst meter, which limits the amount of time you are allowed to spend in a dungeon before you have to escape, so you don't just, spend all of your time. Whenever you leave the dungeon, the thirst meter is completely refilled. And also, weapon durability, which is a thing in Dark Cloud 2, but it's not nearly as impactful as it is in Dark Cloud. Now, I don't know if it would be more impactful in the early game or the late game. I don't know if it'd be more impactful in the early game or the late game to be... oh, so hampering of what... God. Try to do two things at once. The weapon breaking system is a very important part of Dark Cloud, whereas when a weapon runs out of durability, it breaks, and unless it's a starting weapon, it disappears forever. Oh, also they're summoning the Dark Genie. That's like the big bad of this whole thing. So, what the? Right? Nothing's changing on the screen yet, right? I don't know what is causing this to be so weird. I'm trying to put a nice dungeon entry count marker on here because I only thought about it while I was recording. So yeah, weapon durability is going to be an issue, and using a broken starter weapon is a really bad choice. Wait, are you telling me? It's already started. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I heard you. I told you, you should have hurried. My staff member this here, so I have to go. Sorry. What the... Hurry up. Oh yeah, now you can see it. Oh, the script font is just, like, invisible. Okay. Well, okay then. Okay, well that's news to me, isn't it? There, I want the script to at least be kind of fancy. There, this stuff. Boom, entry count 0. Let's move this to the bottom. How unprofessional, right? Oh, also the Dark Genie is destroying your town. Don't worry about it too much. So yeah, because of weapon durability and the potential of breaking weapons and the thirst bar and potential of, you know, just dying from a soft timer that keeps ticking down, Dark Cloud really discourages people from spending too much time in the dungeon. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the dungeon. Because not only, A, am I going through multiple floors at once when the game basically encourages you to go one at a time, but I'm also, B, going to have to collect everything, all of the geo armor on each floor of the dungeon. Why am I suddenly dropping a bunch of frames again? So if I do this... Okay, I'm dropping like every frame again, and I don't know why. No. You could destroy the entire world. So this is, you know, to teach you how the game... Well, no, to teach you about the plot of the game. Yeah, the fairies can't stop the Dark Genie, but can only protect areas from the Dark Genie's wrath. But this main character here could have the power to stop the Dark Genie. And part of stopping the Dark Genie is to undo the damage that it caused. I loved these little animations when I was a kid. Just seeing... So everything was sealed in Atla. Everything is sealed in Atla before getting hit and scattered around. Those flowers don't actually exist. Oh god. I like... Oh no, if I try to run left, the camera rushes to the left. This was like influenced by like games where there wasn't a camera stick. Even though this was a PS2 game. So moving the character moves the camera. And like a lot. So, the idea with these supplies, you get some water to help mitigate thirst, you can see on the bottom left. You get some bread that can heal a bit of health, repair power to repair your weapon, escape powder which lets you escape from the dungeon, we won't be using this, and an antidote drink so in case you get poisoned you can be fine. I think the most important items here are the repair powder and the tasty water, especially the repair powder. Also, we can open up this and get a prickly. Also, first person view mode. There's no item here yet. And yeah, that's all the supplies we have before we go into the dungeon. We have these supplies. Also, we have a dagger. Weapons. Weapons have a certain amount of durability. They can also have an attribute. They also have stats. So you can see the attack, the endurance, the speed, the magical power. The attributes that they can use, and you can set like different attributes as long as you have at least 1 point in the attribute, and you can see how useful it is against different enemies. This is a starting weapon. It's not that good. Oh, yeah, I've won repair powder, no power-up powder. The level-up powder that you could have seen Dark Cloud 2. This is the Diorama menu. We can't do anything with it right now because we don't have any Atlamelia. Eventually, all of these are going to be filled mostly with houses. We'll talk about that more after we go into the dungeon. Oh, right. Use the item. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 8 Atlamelias on this floor. We want to collect all of them and make it to the next floor. We don't want to spend too much time in the dungeon, and we don't want to... we don't want to spend too much time in the dungeon, and we don't want to use up too many resources in the dungeon. I believe that... Okay, but we do have to kill a specific monster to get the gate key to go to the next floor, just like in Dark Cloud 2. Yeah, if there are any monsters on the floor, you can't use Mind Connect to leave, but you can use Escape Powder. But if there's no monsters on the floor, you can just go to the next floor and then leave between floors. When you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon, when you can start the next new level so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Weapons. Weapons are breakable. If the weapon breaks, it's dead. It's gone. I hate that part of this game, but that's a part of the game. You can use repair powder, and as you use a weapon, it can build up and level up and stuff. But the dagger itself will break and not be destroyed. Yeah. Atlamelia. So each hit takes up like 1 durability, and we want this weapon to be just about broken before we decide to fix it. So we got Macho. Who or what is that? Not of concern right now. Oh, we can't put that as an active item. We can put this as an active item. Oh my god. Can I fix these controls, please? Save cursor position. Okay, yeah. Right, yeah. Okay. Speedy. Sound. Okay. Clock display. Okay. Time progress. Normal. Display damage point enemy on. Display done to the player. Yeah. Yeah. You can see a speed gauge on the bottom left right there. Okay, we got fire. This can be useful. Let's customize it. We can take this fire and throw it in. What's with the blue box? What's with the white box? The blue box allows for synth spears. What are those? You'll find out eventually. So now we have fire attribute in the stagger. Do note that the how we customize is very different from how it was in Dark Cloud 2. We put them on, and then when they level up is when they get used up. So come on. Bat, come here. Oh shoot, I got poisoned, but I can use this. Covered from poison. Maybe I should get used to the speedy camera. It allows me to check rooms very fast. So if we can find the gate key, we can leave. But we have to collect all of the Atlamelia first. This tram, ignore it. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I really need to upgrade my attack power. Can't believe I lost half my health in one little fight. Trees acquired. Okay. Yeah. You can't open chests from the wrong side. So if you encounter a mimic, it's coming at you. Oh my gosh, repair powder. That's awesome. That's like so good. Okay, who's gonna follow me? They will all follow me. I got a little bit of money, that's alright. Remember, right now, I mostly want food and repair powder. Maybe an extra antidote just to be safe. Map. Okay, this is not a dungeon floor to be lounging around on. Wish I was keeping track of how much diorama I was getting, but I am not. At least with dashers, it's easy enough. You can just combo them and kill them, and they can't do anything, and that's what they get for being a basic enemy. But if they can hit you, they can hit you for a fair decent chunk. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like we have 6. We have Macho's house and we have Macho. You know what? I'll do all of the diorama information later. For now, we're just going to run all the way back. We still have 2 more diorama parts to pick up. So yeah, monsters will only pop up on the map when you get close to them. Chests will pop up on the map as soon as you enter their room. Monsters will disappear on the map if you get too far away, but chests will stay. I'm not sure how it is with Atlamelia, because I've never just abandoned Atlamelia before. There. Repair the dagger. Also, if you notice, I have almost run my thirst meter empty, which is really bad. You don't want to be just running around doing nothing in the dungeon. Oh my gosh. Getting thirsty, you need water, it will begin to affect your health. Okay, got the quest. Magical crystal. I'm trying to get into the menu. It won't let me. Yeah. I'll take a bit of water. We don't need to defeat these last 2 enemies. So let's just run to the next floor. And there is technically a run button. We just don't have access to it yet. But this is the first floor effectively done. We can only hope that the second floor is more lenient on matters. We still have, inventory. We still have 1 repair powder and 1 bread. To the next floor. 8 more dioramas. We can't see that on the screen. Oh, also there's a cat. I do like how these cutscenes are like rendered like in real space. More or less, like... If it really comes down to this challenge being super difficult, I will wind up using save states. Put a save state, like, at the entranceway to the dungeon floor, just to know, like, what order I should do everything in. Like, that last floor would be better if I'd gone down the opposite path first, found the key, found the last couple of that Amelia, then just, like, ran through. Oh my god, shot! Oh my... I know it's hard to believe, seeing one on literally floor 2. These giant chests are bloody rare. Okay, okay. This is where I really want to save state. Big box or small box? Big box or small box? Please, 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 please. Ah! One of them is a weapon, one of them is trash. That's how it is with the clown. Listen, do I have... Yeah, I have Drown's Crest. All I need are the 8 Atlamelia pieces and to find the exit, and we can leave. Pumped with energy, which gives you extra, like, power, but does not necessarily give you extra speed, which is what I was hoping for. In essence, really, just go through all the floors and find all the stuff. Holy, okay, cool. Wait. Weapon. Okay, okay. The weapon won't automatically level up, so it can give you time to do this. Also, let's set Holy as our attribute, and then we can upgrade. When it upgrades, it absorbs the attachments that we put into it. So now it's a dagger level 1. So its attack is slightly up, and... Oh yeah, And... if you look at the customize, it absorbed the fire and the holy attributes that we put into it permanently. One hit was enough to one-shot the bat. So that's pretty cool. And, kind of wish I was using save states. I'd have a second weapon by now. I know the dagger is the bread and butter, but still... I feel like I had to take that one out because it was going to be an issue. Just weird that we can't put repair powder on the quick bar. Okay, it looks like going down the right... Yeah, going down through the right will give nothing. So I'm really glad I went through these two paths first before I decide to go... Oh, cool! This! Ba-da-da-da-da! Full health, full thirst. Any floor that has a pool, we do not have to worry about healing. We might still have to worry about repairing our weapon, but we don't have to worry about bread and water, because the pool acts as an infinite source of health and, like, water. So we don't have to worry about either of those anymore. Now, now what's unfortunate is that we have to go down this path over here, because we have to open up the door because there's Atlamelia beyond there, and we can't leave Atlamelia behind because we're not coming back into the dungeon to collect it again. It should be in one of these chests. Yeah, any floor that has the pond, we're good. We don't have to heal ourselves. We don't have to, you know, drink any of our water. If we ever get injured, or then we can just pop right back in and deal with it. And heck, we should pop back into it at the very least to refill the water. This is why I feel like this challenge is actually possible. If it wasn't for those, I would have dismissed this entire challenge as being impossible. Speaking of being impossible, we're now poisoned again. Yeah, I'm gonna heal the dagger. I really hope that this box says antidote potion, because I don't think that the water heals the poison. Oh dear God, why? I don't... Is that part of the game that I never found out about, where if you go... Okay. Let's just step in here for a moment. So the question mark spot up there is stating that if we have the special, like, gate key item, we can go through that question mark, go to a back floor with extra powerful enemies, but with a lot of good supplies. And I had played through this entire game and, like, combed through this dungeon before, and had found Chamoil, like, once from combing through the entire dungeon. Now, on, like, floor 2, we not only find the trap... Okay. We not only find the Chamoil, but we also found a giant chest. Giant chest, I, like, combed through this whole dungeon, I found, like, maybe 4 or 5 that weren't mimics. So those are more uncommon, whereas the Chamoil was, like, super mega ultra rare. We can find stuff like mimic, like, we can find new, like, attribute stuff. Power up powder. Also, yes, I do see that pond, but it is way, way, way over there. The monsters here are also more powerful, though. Amethyst. You know what? Let's just leave them to go. So, unfortunately, it looks like we only have about 25 seconds. Yeah, we only have about a minute to make it all the way up to that pond. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to go through here while we were poisoned. I was just really, really, really hoping to find some antidote potion. Wasn't for the fact that there's a chest in that room way over there, I'd be ignoring it altogether. Plant Buster. Yeah, let's run back here. Okay, so item. No, weapon. Yeah, have to be careful, because if you have power powder, it'll ask if you want to upgrade, and you have to kind of, like, just say no. 10 ice, but also 10 to anti-dragon and anti-mage. We're gonna deal with mimics sooner or later. Unfortunately, nothing to extra attack. Magic and attribute up. So the real question is, do I want to go... Oh, wait. There we go. I don't think I can... You know what? I'm... Do I do it, though? Do I face off against multiple tough monsters while poisoned and only having one bread? I don't think I can. Not while poisoned. If I wasn't poisoned, I'd absolutely go for it. I should not have come here while poisoned. That was my own bad. Unfortunately, the first run is the hardest, is the worst. Okay. Why did all of the monsters respawn? That's news. Hello! Hi, sir.
Hi.
I'm streaming. Things are going well enough. It's... I made it to the second floor. I found a giant chest. Unfortunately, I didn't get the weapon out of it. And I found tram oil.
Okay.
Giant chests in Dark Cloud are pretty rare. Like, I've combed through the entire dungeon before and found, like, maybe 3 or 4 that weren't giant mimics. Pretty rare. And I found one on the second floor. When
Okay.
when I didn't realize that they would show up before, like, the 4th or 5th. And I found tram oil. I've combed through this dungeon before without being able to find any.
Oh. Okay.
And this is just explaining weapon stuff that I've already seen before. Boom. Unfortunately, I got myself poisoned. So unless I can find some antidote, this is not going to go well. The fact that you can't just immediately attack right after blocking is annoying. You also can't block unless you're locked on. Alright, well that attempt was a failure. All of that fun stuff we had found. I didn't save before going in. Okay, so instead of seeing about this, if you could hold on for just a moment. Well, I guess in case you wanted some evidence as to how many times I've been in the dungeon, which is actually currently 0 on like the entry 1 at the bottom of the screen there. Currently it's 0 and it's about to be 1. And I have Azura here with me.
Hi.
So, how you're supposed to play this in a casual run-through is you play through the dungeon, you get the whatever thing, go to the next floor, you leave, go back to the mayor, get your supplies back, go back in, and you go through the dungeon floors one at a time. Kind of like how we did Dark Cloud 2. Just one floor at a time. However, that's not how I'm going to do it here. And there are a few things to keep in mind if we're not going back for supplies, / we're not leaving the dungeon, you know, until we're forced to. So, number 1, we have to make sure to grab all 8 Atla on every floor. If we leave the floor before getting all 8 Atla, mission failed. These are the Atlas. The big. Number 2. Possibly the biggest issue is the thirst gauge. You see there on the top left, the water drops?
Sure.
That is a time limit for how long you can be in the dungeon. When the thirst runs out, it'll start draining health pretty quickly. I can hear more echoes.
Echoes?
Yeah, I can hear what's happening in my game through your microphone.
Oh.
We got another quickly. Third is... Yeah. First, we have to keep in mind the Atlamelia. Second, we have to keep in mind the thirst. We can't spend too long in the dungeon. That's what the tasty water is for, is to, you know, refill our thirst bar. We only have 1, not 1 per floor. We also have to keep in mind health and weapon durability, because in this game, if a weapon breaks, it's gone for good. Other than the starting weapon, if it's gone for good. However, this floor has this pool in it. we don't have to worry about health or thirst, like, at all. Fourth is if we get a status condition. I lost that last run because I got poisoned after I'd already used up my antidote. Because if a bat hits you, even if you block it, it can poison you. Oh look, more antidote. That's awesome. So for now, we just have to make it through, I think it's 7 floors of the dungeon, and on the 8th... Why does this have 2 of this? And on the 8th floor, we can leave. We also have to, of course, kill the monsters. 1, for weapon experience, that'll be helpful later, and 2, to get the gate key to go to the next floor. Weapon durability low. But we got the skeleton key. Yeah, our defense is only 3 right now. So yeah, every time we leave the dungeon and go talk back to the mayor, we can get 1 more water, 1 more bread. Like, we don't get a lot of stuff. And now we have to run basically all the way back to the entrance to get that one last Atlamelia. Or at least we don't have to worry about health or thirst because we have a pool that we can hop into to refill those. So that's awesome. Yeah. As long as we can manage to make it... Yeah. As long as you get a pool like every floor or every other floor, we're good. Actually, would the game make us leave on the 4th floor? Because I know that there's an event that happens then. But I don't know if it forces us to leave. Dega's abs is full, we can now upgrade it.
So does this one have time travel again?
No. This one doesn't have time travel. That's a Dark Cloud 2 thing. Sure, let's upgrade the dagger. We don't have any, like, stones on it like we did last time, but now we can make it a +1. Weapons do not automatically level up. They require manual confirmation to do so. Which is a good thing because of how weapon upgrades work in this game.
I see.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Let's go here. What I'd love to get is a Dran's Feather. That's the item where you can put in your hotbar and just hold square and you can actually run. So useful for these long, long dungeon halls.
I see.
Absolutely. So I need to get at least these 2 last Atlamelias, but also kind of want to get whatever's in those chests, because those could be useful. Oh dear God! Why?
What happened?
I got the tram oil! That stuff is supposed to be rare. Like, extremely, extremely rare. How did I get another tram oil this fast again? So here's the question. Do I run all the way back up to that pink question mark just to use this tram oil? Because if I do that, then I face against stronger monsters. Yeah, I fight against stronger monsters, but there's also lots of rewards to be gotten if I do that. But this is literally the first floor of the dungeon. I think I kind of want to do that. Yeah, I think I kind of want to, just for the sake of, if I get, you know, the good items now, then I can keep upgrading my weapon, you know, better and better. Because I don't know when I'll next reach a floor that has, yeah, I don't know when I'll next reach a floor that has a pond in it. So I might as well upgrade my weapon now to cut through the enemies easier. Or more easily, as the term should be. But also, my weapon is not doing so well on durability. I would love some more repair powder. Hey, I got bread. That's cool.
Cool.
Now we can go into the back floor again. I promise this is supposed to be extremely rare. Okay, pumped skeleton soldier. I want to avoid the monsters here if I can. A nice little mimic breaker. Oh no, a ghost. It might have ranged attack, I'm not sure. Let's just go for all of these little chests. Oh, look, an opal. Ten extra endurance, that's cool. Also 10 extra against metal and mages. Hey mage, where are you? Oh my god. Individual items don't stack up? What? Alright, if I can find some repair powder, that would still be pretty awesome. I guess I could have just tried to run past everything, but I was concerned about this monster in the middle of the hallway. What's in this box? I think poison apple is good for catching the Marian Garian. I feel like once I get past this first hurdle, once I, you know, get to this part where I'm like stopped and have to leave the dungeon for the first time, it's going to stop being a lot easier because I should be able to make the shop. Endurance +1, what? +1 extra endurance. Just 1. As opposed to this, which is 10. Getting all sorts of fancy gemstones. Fo. Okay, well that's just flat better than that. Plus there's thunder and... Oh cool, anti-undead. There's lots of undead around here, aren't there? Let's refill that real quick. Alrighty. Now we can just head right back to the tram. And stop worrying so... I want to fight these ghosts, but I don't think I should, because if I fight the ghosts, then I lose weapon durability, and I don't have any extra repair powder. My dagger breaks, I'm losing all of the stuff I put on it. So I have to just keep running through, go through the basic dungeon, more and more and more, using my dagger as little as possible until I can find more repair powder. And there are 2 specific buildings I want to make in town where if I can make them, I can get all the repair powder or other base essential items that I need. Oh, also going to the back floor apparently refreshes all of the monsters, so who knows, maybe I'll utilize that at some point. He says a sweet hack to get lots and lots of extra experience while only without having to, you know, use more floors of the dungeon than I actually have access to. Oh, that's right, don't do that. Hey, Zara.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could do a quick search on, like, any permanently missable stuff in Dark Cloud? Because I know there's one thing in particular, but I don't know if there's any more. Because I know that you can, quote-unquote, build the shop wrong. And if you do that, then you're kind of screwed forever. Oh, also, Giddy! And since this cutscene uses the dungeon floor, like, as it spawns... Oh, yeah, Atla, I forgot this thing. Since that cutscene uses the dungeon as it spawns, it is completely possible for the cat to just run right into a wall. Alright. 2 Atlas, ha ha ha. Because we have to defeat a specific monster, and we have to... Yeah, we have to defeat a specific monster, and we have to get all of the Atlas. We can't really just rush the floors.
Okay, let's see here. There's the whole thing with miracle chests.
Yes. Are any of those permanently missable?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you in Matataki Village?
No. I'm in Norun Village.
Have you completed Old Gaffer's Buggy?
No, I know that the shop has 2 points of permanently missable content. Hey! It's... I just got the Kappa's buggy! What timing?
You need to make sure that a pike is in his house before you complete the event.
Yep. That one I know. Because if he's not in his house, then the old gaffer injures himself while setting up the shop, and he won't get as many supplies.
Yep.
And also, when you complete the old gaffer's buggy, the mayor will stop giving you free supplies. Alright, so my dagger is just about to break.
Let's see here. Where else? That's Nurun. Stuff in Queens and the Oasis. Oh.
What? Okay.
Have you completed Claude's event?
Oh no, that's right, Claude's event has a bunch of weird stuff to it. Claude is in this town, though. That is true.
Alright. Completing Claude's event in Norun, speak to him in the morning and not at any other time.
Yeah, because if you... Based on when you speak to him, you'll have to get... was it like a lollipop, or you get just cheese? And cheese is just a normal item.
Candy or cheese. Yep.
Candy or cheese, yeah. Cheese is a normal item. Candy you actually need for like a trading quest later on, but I think you can get the candy from someone else.
Yes, you can get it from a different event. Yes.
Okay, I want to take both of these stones off because this dagger is way too likely going to break very, very soon. Okay, the only real issue with the dagger breaking now is that it's just going to make the next 5 floors very awkward. No, no, no. I don't want the bat to hit me. Like, at all. Even if I block it, it can still poison me. Tasty water, that's cool, I guess. There's an Atlamelia way over there. Hey, it's the odd gaffer. Okay, what do you need? Premium chicken. That's indeed an item. Because if the weapon is broken, I don't know if it deals 1 damage or it deals 0 damage. If it deals 0 damage, we're hooked. If it can still deal 1 damage, we're in for a long time. But I can still kill, like, 1 bat before it breaks. Oh yeah, thanks, Matt. Alright. I got all of the... I got all of the atlas I needed from here. Unfortunately, upgrading it does not, like... Wait a second. I got some holy. Is that... Yeah, that was here. Holy. Nice. Okay, wait. What other items can I... Wrong button. Yeah, the bat is going to be exceptionally difficult to deal with here. Yeah. This weapon hasn't disappeared, but now it will only deal like 1 damage per hit. Which, in the first dungeon, isn't so bad. Being poisoned is kind of bad, though. It didn't even have the key. I don't want to deal with bat right now. Okay, let's unpoison ourselves. Real quick here. Poison that thing and just kind of run away. Very, very fast. Very, very fast. Oh my gosh, that one dropped the key. Run right past these 2 enemies. Fortunately, skeletons tend to move out of the way. It's weird. Fully healed. We have our broken dagger. And we still have to make it a bit further. Oh, that didn't drop the thing. Why are there two enemies right there, side by side? Alright, I can always go back to that dasher later. Oh my gosh, if we get poisoned again, I'm so dead. Well, I do have one more antidote, but... Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, if we didn't have this pond, I'd be dead by now for sure, but... Because we do, I can deal with these. As long as they don't kill me, I can play this game. I can keep whittling down their health. All I need is one little gate key, and it's in one of these 4 last monsters. I don't already have the gate key, right? I'm not being stupid. No? Okay, cool. One of these monsters has that key. My main concern with the bat is the poison. Like, as I've mentioned, there's another bat over here, but there's also an enemy that I have poisoned. Oh, does it just not lose health unless I'm around? I mean, it seems like it's been losing a bit of health, just... At this rate, it should have been, you know, like at 1 or 0 by now. Well. Oh no. 15. Okay, let's just unpoison ourselves. Actually, what is this? Completely recovers all health. Might have to use it. Doesn't look like these can go very far away from where they spawned, huh? How far can I lure you? Whoops. Wrong way. Hey, can I lure you all the way into this room? Thanks. Oh my gosh, good, the key. Let's go heal and ignore the bat and run to the next floor. Well, I'm really hoping there's going to be a repair powder waiting for me. Ugh, 5 more floors of this. I really shouldn't have gone into the back floor before I was properly prepared for it. AKA, before I had an extra repair powder.